Hey guys, my name is Danielle, creator of the show Trackside. I do news on NASCAR, IndyCar, and F1 as well. I am sponsored by W Energy. Feel free to use my discount code Trackside to get 10% off of your next order. If you'd like to learn more, please check out W Energy. Okay, well today we're not talking about any of those things. We are talking about a video game, which I will be talking about more as I get into my streaming stuff as well. But we're going to talk about NASCAR 26, which comes out next month. We just had the NASCAR Q&A with Matt with iRacing. So he went over some things, answered some questions on the game, and then confirmed some things that were not in the game as well. So we'll get into those. First and foremost, though, one of my asks for this game was DNFs. Now, they have ANI DNFs, which is great. AI DNFs is great. They're forced DNFs, so they will get forced to DNF if damage is too much, which I think is great. I think that is a good step forward in the direction. There still will not be, though, however, user DNFs by force. Now you can now DNF in the menu in career mode, from what I understand from what he was trying to say. So that's cool that you can DNF, but you cannot be forced to DNF in the game. So you have to do that manually through the menu. But from what I hear, that's online and in career, so that will be cool. So in case you just you don't want to do any of the road courses, you can just start the race and DNF. So that's something that you could do. We'll have to see more on how that goes come the time. But there is a new mode that they're introducing, peak performance mode. Basically helps training for beginners and veteran users that play the game, that have been through the game for years, throughout NASCAR. Basically it helps you decide and figure out what AI difficulty you could do that is best for you. And I think that is something that's cool, so you're not wasting with too easy, too hard, just right, kind of. Cool that is a cool thing that they're adding. Now, they're changing the photo editor or car editor this year. So before you had 6 or 7 shapes that you could do in the paint booth to make your schemes. Now I think they did it 50 per panel, so that is super cool to see how that goes. I'm curious myself to see how you can customize and make your own liveries for your paint scheme. So that's something cool. Custom cars now you can now use in the championship mode. They didn't have that in NASCAR 25. That's something cool that they added that I'm excited about. I'm a huge fan of the championship mode, so that is something that I'll be looking forward to. So I don't have to use drivers in driver select, but you could use your own car, and I think that's cool. While we're on the topic of driver select, they did confirm Kyle Busch will be in the game. However, it will be only as the user to select him to drive with, but will not be in the AI field. So if you're not using Kyle Busch, he will not be in the AI field. Instead, that will be Austin Hill. But you can use Kyle Busch to drive with if you so choose, just will not be used by the AI. There will be a tribute sticker or decal that you can put on your cars that they did confirm, and there'll be a couple of tribute things for Kyle Busch throughout the game in the UIs, as Matt said. So I think that's just the right amount of place to have him in the game, but not fully. And I think that's respectable with the family and fans. So at least you are able to use him if you so choose, just not available for the AI. It'll be Austin Hill in the 33. Dynamic lighting, dynamic tracks. So now they've got dynamic lighting. As far as what it looks like is the dynamic will be that the lighting will not change drastically throughout the session. So it'll change a little bit throughout the session, but it won't go night to day. That's just something that they mentioned, but it definitely is a huge change. So I'm not entirely sure how that will be, but I will be curious to see how that affects the game. I know the graphics overhaul looks great from the gameplay trailer. I'm hugely excited to play this game. I've been waiting for it for so long, as well as NASCAR 25 when that came out. Yeah, NASCAR 25 has its issues, but like I said, I still play it very regularly. I'm a huge NASCAR fan. Like Ryan Blaney is my favorite driver. Like I'm huge into NASCAR. I have a huge diecast collection. You can't see it right now. It's to my right, but it is there. But that is something that I'm passionate about. All right. They have a new tire model that they're implementing in NASCAR 25 or NASCAR 26. I'm sorry, that they didn't have in NASCAR 25. So it's a brand new tire model. They're changing the brakes, so how they affect the driving when you're in the game will be completely different from NASCAR 25. And I think this could be good, right? If you're in a road course on NASCAR 25, it is really hard. And I love road courses, you know. I'm huge into F1, so I race F1 25 quite a bit. NASCAR 26, I'm hoping will be better to where I can actually enjoy the road courses in the game. I'm hoping with the brake changes and the tire package that they're changing to, I hope it will be better. They're saying that it will help you feel like you're more on edge when you're racing. So I'm thinking that will be something super cool to be able to see in the game. As we know, San Diego, Chicagoland, St. Petersburg will be all in the game. They stated that the driver roster will be available to see in the next coming weeks. So that will be cool to see all of the drivers who will be in the game. Well, knowing that though, we do know that Kyle Busch will be in the game on a limited basis, as well as Austin Hill will be in the game to choose from as well. We got the Dodge trucks for college racing going to be in the game in the Craftsman Truck Series, so you'll be able to use the Dodge Rams in the game, so you'll have those as well. But the career mode, from what it looks like, it will be a little different, but more of the same, kind of. From what I'm understanding is that they're going to have more to do than just the original customize your car, upgrade your car to new levels to make it better, more speed. Now it's going to be more like you're going to have that. You're going to have that option. Now they're going to have what they call facility points, so that you can upgrade your facility for the long run versus short-term effects of your decision. So that gives you a choice to choose which route you'd like to go. From what I understand, it's still going to be ARCA, Craftsman, O'Reilly, and Cup. So we'll see kind of how that goes. I play a lot of career mode on my 5th season already, doing great, and I play that as well. So I played a lot of championship mode. The chase mode will be something that they have now, strictly to do. You pick the field of the chase drivers, you play out those 10 races, and then obviously per choice rule, whoever has the most points at the end of 10 races is the champion, right? That's the new chase, the new adapted version of the chase it will be, and so we'll see how that goes carrying on in the game. They have confirmed a couple more Dev Diary episodes in the coming weeks to explain more about the tire models and stuff like that. They didn't go into much detail this time around, but we'll learn a little more about what's included with those changes as well. Dynamic tracks will be more beneficial. I think they said it works with 13% length races and up throughout all series. That's kind of like a middle ground they have for all 4 series. So it'll help change the grooves in all the tracks, so it's not all running the same line throughout the entire race. No one wants to see all the AI running the top, the whole race, right? That's annoying, and that's something that I get frustrated about even now too. So it's like, that'd be cool to see. It looks like they did some more finer tuning with the AI this time around. I'm not sure quite what that all entails. There is an extra slider setting that they have for that I will have to see for myself to understand. I think from what they're explaining, it's a good thing. It sounds like people are excited about it. I mean, I'm excited to be able to change the AI settings for this game, so I think that's cool. But yeah, if you'd like to know for more information, feel free, hit me in my comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and share. And I'll have some streams coming up in a couple weeks here once I get that all set up. Until then, feel free to keep watching my trackside episodes for more NASCAR, IndyCar, and F1 news. But until next time, thanks for watching.